See, the other day, I was listening to the president clip that have been circulating, especially by the KTN and a number of people who are actually calling out and blaming the president, Uhuru Kenyatta, for coming out strong against, especially targeting the men who were there present and not doing anything. He goes on to say that the security starts with you, especially those who are there. That were happening to these young women, our mothers and sisters and daughters, happened in broad daylight when everybody could see and no one came out to stop the action. See, most of us were in US, we don't know what's going on. We rushed out to the president and said that he was wrong for saying that they should have done better. Even some of them back home were quick to rush out to the president, saying that, even twist the story, saying that the government is incapable of even protecting the people back in Mandela. Now maybe when he was saying it, he was somehow, he wasn't mad, he was a little bit happier, kinda. Maybe that's why you didn't get him serious. But let me put it this way. See, there's a video clip that is circulating, especially in this time from India, where we have a young girl from India walking home, and two guys actually see the girl, and they rush in front of her. And they were attempting, in this case, I believe so, to probably undress or do whatever is happening in Kenya. At the same time, we got a young man coming and standing in front of the girl to stop the guys from doing what they're trying to do. And the guys are trying to make him get away. And before they try to make him get away, another guy come in, and with no time, this girl is surrounded by men at the center. The guys could not do anything. Contrary to that video clip that happened in India, what happened in Kenya is this. We got two hooligans, people with no sense, or three in this case, rushing out to a girl who maybe they don't like, who maybe had a disagreement, or even rushing out to their own mother, to their own sister, because you don't know exactly who this person is. And here they are, and all they're trying to do is to attempt to strip her and do all the heinous thing you can ever think of. And guess what? We got guys coming around, especially these, I don't know what names I can call them, these men coming and surrounding this girl, doing nothing, even in this case making it possible, if the police officers were to be called, to come over and protect this girl from being humiliated, being ashamed. And yet, in that case, they're taking the video clips, taking wherever they're taking, enjoying the show. And when they can be called out to identify those perpetrators, where are they? You tell me, was the president wrong for calling out this particular group, or you yourself, to take action, to stop doing what you're doing? Instead of surrounding yourself, watching this guy doing what he's doing, step up. Stop them from doing so. Is there anything wrong with that statement? See, I don't get it sometimes. We, as Kenyans, we got a problem. You see, when they call out this Nyumbakumi initiative, they say that you ought to know what the neighbor is doing. They say that you're going to take, you have to step up and at least try to protect your country. You can't all the time blame the government for not doing ABCD. Well, simple things as this. Just step up and man up and stop them from doing what they're doing. And yet, you got the guts to call out the president. You got the guts to twist up the president what he's saying. I'm not saying in this case, the president is not saying that he's not going to bring out the necessary force to stop this action. You see, as a matter of fact, if he was to take that action, he would tear gas the whole group, because all of you are suspect for having been there, doing nothing, watching this person getting humiliated. I don't get sometimes, we as Kenya, how we translate information, how we want things get done. When nothing get done, in this case, you blame somebody. When something that in this case you should have done something, you don't want to get the blame, you take it on somebody else. I think it's a high time that we as Kenya, we get our collective mind together, do something about our country. Stop blaming all the time the president, stop blaming all the time the government, and do something in helping these simple issues. get resolved. Man, you gotta know now. When you see a young girl like this one, your mother, your sister, whatever it is, getting humiliated, in this case going to an extent of fingering that person, you should step up. Stop the action. Can't just take the video clip and then post it on Facebook, whatever it is, just to show, oh, I was there. Doing what? Doing nothing in this case. You ought to be ashamed of yourself too. If I was the one that trying to help these people, I'll get everyone involved if I'm capable. Because somehow we gotta make some necessary step and do something. And I'm with you, Mr. President. Make them understand that. In the meantime, there ought to be a system that can be able to reinforce order and law in this country. I know you're making the necessary step. I know that the system of the police system has changed since we have these counties now. You're no longer under the PC, under the D, or whatever it is. We got a twisted police force that we don't know how they even operate. Something gotta happen. And what makes me wonder is that if these young men are the same young men that will be recruited in the police officers, as the police officers, to protect who? The same group from doing what is wrong? I mean, I think as Kenyans, especially these people in the village, these people in the town, whatever it is, they have to correct their moral character, their way of judging things, the way on how they process issues. I don't know whether it's poverty or whatever it is, I can't get it. But we are so twisted that we can't get something right. And if we can't get anything right, I think it's going to be hard for this country to get better to what we want it to be. We can be here in the United States of America, where everything works the way we think it should be. And we're trying to translate everything and make it work in Kenya. While the people back home don't even understand what they're trying to say, what we're trying to do. There ought to be a way that we can make them understand what we know. Because we know something totally different from what they don't know. But we can't be quick to blame those who have a clear understanding of how it should be done. Assume that is what's happening here in the United States of America. Do you think that Americans would have the guts to let them do what they did? They would have done just that. Surround these young men, beat them up if possible, and put them, held them up for the police, and hand them to the police officers for them to be prosecuted. That is exactly what the president is saying. That is exactly what a person with a good mind would say. Come on, Kenyans. Come on, KTN. What's up with this country? I love you, Kenya. But I'm ashamed of what is happening. I will not dismiss or disown my own country. But I will stand with those who are calling out the right justice. I will stand with you, Mr. President. I will stand with the people who are coming up in Texas, Jody Sonny, Sonny Jao, and others, and calling out the men to step up and do something and change the direction of what is happening in Kenya. But I will not stand with those who just come out and blame anybody for trying to do something. God bless Kenya, and God bless the world. Thank you.